I'm Loy Machedo, speaking to you from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding. Today, I just want to give you 2 weeks of my bariatric surgery. For those of you who are interested to know the bariatric surgery, how it affects me and everything else. So this is just a rundown of the videos. Now, it's not going to be like some of the other people who have gone through bariatric surgery. I mean, those ladies who are really big. You're talking of 300 or 500 pounds and they lose like 200 pounds and then they start this YouTube channel, put on makeup and they look beautiful. They feel like they are superstars. No, it's nothing like that. This is just for your information. So there's no makeup, there's no superstar that I lost weight. I'm not an inspiration to any. I just got the surgery done. So this is just an educational feedback for those of you who want to know how is the bariatric surgery affecting me. Now, it has been around 2 weeks. I got my bariatric surgery done on the 20th of September 2017. Today's date, which I normally give, 3rd October 2017. So nearly 2 weeks. The time right now is 11:38. Okay. So it has been 2 weeks since I got my bariatric surgery done. And just to let you know, my weight before the bariatric surgery, even before preparing myself, was 107 kgs. Then I had to prepare myself for the bariatric surgery, whereby I just had to have coconut water, juice, and soup liquids. So on just the day before the surgery, I was 101. So from 107, I came down to 101. After the surgery, within 2 or 3 days, it was very difficult to eat food for 1 day, I think 1 day or 1.5 or 2 days. So I lost another 1 kg, I think 1.5. Then the travel coming back all the way to Koh Samui, which was almost a 24-hour flight, but I couldn't have anything. I just had to have maybe 1 coconut juice the whole 24 hours and some other strawberry juice. So I was pretty dehydrated and malnutritioned. Okay. Now, today when I check my weight, I've been checking my weight every day. It has been like 1 kg for the next 2-3 days. I've lost a total of 10 kgs. Okay, 10 kgs. So I was 107, I'm 97 right now. And so that's with regards to the progress on weight. The other thing is, with regards to the bariatric surgery, let me tell you, when they, when they tell you that once you get the bariatric surgery done, it'll change your relationship with food. Let me tell you, that is without a doubt a very serious statement. It does change your relationship with food. It does impact you psychologically. It does affect your brain. It does affect your mood swings. Okay, let me just run you down through the effects of bariatric surgery after 2 weeks. Now, what do I mean by it does change your relationship with food? Previously, when I would go out anywhere to eat or I would eat anything, I could just literally order anything and everything. I would order a minimum 4 dishes. 4 dishes. You're talking of 4 full plates. It would be rice mixed with something. It would be fish. It would be chicken. It would be lobster. It would be shrimp. It would be pork. It would be French fries. There would be literally everything there because I don't know, I just didn't want to wait or order. So everything would be ordered and I could literally shove food down my throat. It would just go down and down and down. And even if I was stuffed, I could still push in another 2 or 3 more gulps or big gulps, even after being absolutely full. And even after that, I would still have a place for dessert, I would have a place for sweets, I would have a place for a Red Bull. Today, because I've had a gastric bypass mini, my stomach is like maybe 20% of what it used to be. So first and foremost, I cannot have the same quantity. I just cannot have the same quantity. Right now, I'm having maybe half a plate of food. That is the first thing. The second thing is, before I could just swallow and gulp food down. It's like just 1 bite and swallow, 1 bite. Now, if I were to do that 1 bite and swallow, I would be under tremendous pain. It would be like as if someone kicked me 10 times in the stomach. So I have to chew food really, really slow. The other thing that I need to do is I obviously cannot eat the same quantity. I cannot eat the same foods like like this coffee right now. Before, it used to be like an espresso, like 4 shots or 6 shots of an espresso, 6 shots plus really thick condensed milk, plus sugar, plus cream, and it would be made into a thick, frothy, like ice cream kind of espresso. Today, I can just have absolutely diluted. You can see this is diluted with water and ice. I have to use sugar-free. I can't have more than a single shot, or maximum it's 2 shots of espresso. There has to be no cream, there has to be no milk, because once I have that, even if I take a sip, I get a like bloated feeling, I get a feeling of gas. I just cannot have that. All right. The other thing with regards to food, I have to chew food really slow, and when it goes down, I have to wait. It goes down, I have to wait. I have to ask myself, okay, is it gone down? Do I feel okay? Then I take the next gulp. So it's like before I used to watch a movie and I used to keep hogging food. I'm not even joking. Just go on. Like if I'm watching something suspenseful, just keep munching. Now it's like eat, let it be there, let it become like a paste and go down slowly. If I swallow too fast, I get a very severe pain. So I need to wait. And if I keep eating like more than what is required, I get a massive feeling like this gas, literally gas filled here. I want to fart or I want to burp. Nothing happens. So I stay with this feeling for the rest of the 4 hours or 5 hours, which is terrible. So how it changes your relationship with food is, before, when I used to see food, I used to get happy. I used to love eating food. I used to want to eat food. Now when I see food, I get these painful memories that, oh my goodness, if I have this food, I'm going to suffer for the next 4 to 5 to 6 hours. Is it worth it? Like yesterday, what happened is my wife made barbecued fish fry with very little oil, and I had chicken cutlets. Now, it was absolutely delicious. But let me tell you, even now when I think of it, I'm feeling pain. I was in pain for literally, I think, 6 hours. You're talking of me holding my stomach like that, just holding myself. Really, I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating. It's like, it was like this. And then I took a sleeping tablet because I knew that I couldn't stay like that. I went to sleep at around 9 o'clock, and I was literally withering in pain on my bed while feeling drowsy. I couldn't sleep, having all thoughts of pain, and the whole night was totally messed up. I woke up literally after 12 hours. I got up in between to go to the toilet just to fart. I wanted to burp, I wanted to fart. It was not coming out. It was terrible. So just so much of food, and so much of pain. So it's like I was saying, it changes your relationship with food. It really changes your relationship with food. It's like now when I see food, let's say for example, hazelnut ice cream, macadamia ice cream, when I look at it, I do get the feeling of taste, that wow, creamy, cold, nutty flavor, milk. But then immediately my brain switches to, the gas, the pain, the withering, 6 hours, is it going to be worth it? So I was like, forget it. It's not worth it. The max I might indulge myself is with 1 spoon, but then also as I put the 1 spoon in my mouth, I keep getting this really bad memories of the pain that I'm going through. In fact, even fried prawns, anything, it's a bad memory. So before, it was like fried prawns is like that seafood taste and the texture and the warmth and the spiciness, flavor bursting in my mouth. Now when I think of it, it's like as if someone is stabbing me in my stomach, and for 6 hours. So is this prawn worth it? So it's like, oh no. So that's the first part in terms of changing your relationship with food. Now with regards to mood swings, before I used to be like a jolly, happy, let go. Now it's more like I'm rather moody, kind of like this cloud is up my head, and I'm not as creative as before. Maybe it'll take me some time, but maybe because of the changes in my the food that I put in, the dopamine effect. So it's like I'm slightly grumpy. At the same time, I'm not very spontaneous. I find it a little hard to be creative, little hard. It's a challenge. Like yesterday, I wanted to sit and complete my new website, which is going to launch. I really was not able to contribute that many creative ideas. I just did work for half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I was like, I'm getting too tired. So that's another problem that I'm facing with regards to mood swings. I get irritated a bit too fast. I get angry a little too fast, but because I'm very aware of my behavior patterns, I take down notes, so I'm just relaxing over there. With regards to affecting you psychologically, psychologically, I got it, psychologically, yeah. You know, in some of these bariatric surgery videos, you tend to hear that people have to undergo counseling, they have to undergo psychiatric treatment. I kind of realize and understand why they say that, because it does affect you. It does affect you. I mean, obviously not being able to eat the food that you love, and especially if that is your only indulgence, I think it changes you as a person. For me, yes, my mood swings, the fact that I'm checking the scale because I have taken this drastic step of, you know, cutting my stomach, my insides, and connecting, it does change you. Because here's the thing, one is the food that I can eat and how I can eat. The other part is even when I go to the toilet to poop, before there used to be no smell, you know, the poop used to be like kind of hard. Now it's all greasy, gooey, soft, and smelly. Really, really bad. Horrible, 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 horrible smell. In fact, the residue, even after I flush, there's this oily base all over the toilet. I'm sorry I'm being graphic, but this is the fact that I have to use really powerful, you know, grease cleanser, because I think the oil doesn't get absorbed in the system and flushes it out, and the food is like not absorbed completely, so it has this rotting kind of smell. I've informed this to my wife, even though she's being humble enough not to acknowledge that. I told her about it. So this is another thing that does happen, and I think where it affects you psychologically, your energy levels change, your spontaneity changes. I'm a little calm now. Before I used to have that hyper ADHD. Now I don't have that so very much. I have to be very careful about my health. I have to think before eating, and obviously I have to find other means to keep myself happy. And when I do catch myself trying to cheat and go back into eating, you know, like chips and chocolates and all that, one is my body kind of reminds me through pain. The second one is when I check the scale and I see my weight kind of going up because of water retention. You know, I check my weight every single day. I remind myself that I went through all that pain, that money. I spent a huge amount of money, $5,500 just for the surgery. You know, what was it for? What was it for? Why did I go through this surgery if I'm gaining weight? So it really keeps me grounded and accountable. And obviously the thought that, you know, see, now when I touch my shoulder, I can actually feel my bone. I can feel my bone. I was never able to feel my shoulder bone because I was muscled. I had dense, thick muscles. Now my body is kind of shrinking everywhere. So I'm very aware of that. So it does affect you psychologically. So you need to keep this in mind. So it affects your relationship with food. Now when you see food, you start getting all those painful memories. No more those delicious wow. So everything gets like override. There's an override. The second thing is, yes, it does affect your mood swings day to day. I'm not hyper as I used to be. The third one is it's affecting my creativity. I'm not saying that my creativity is dying, but it's taking me a bit of effort to be creative. I'm sleeping a little bit more. It's keeping me accountable and grounded because I keep checking my weight, and if I eat something that is unwanted, and even if my body accepts it, I ask myself, why did I go through this extreme surgery if now I'm gaining weight? And yes, it does change your personality a little bit. So I don't know, I was hyper lovey-dovey. And in terms of sex life, I think because I'm losing more weight, I'm getting to the part where I'm slightly a little bit more horny. My wife is not complaining about it. I think she's pretty happy about it. So yeah, and given the fact that I'm focusing on losing weight, she's also trying to focus on losing weight. So yeah, these are some of the things that I think you should know about my bariatric surgery. I'm still having the tablets until they finish. That is for avoiding gas. I'm very particular what I like. Now, before I used to love having a very thick coffee with 6 shots of espresso, lots of condensed milk in the morning. Now it's like very light coffee, and I enjoy much more having fruits, even though some people cannot eat fruits. Oh, one more thing. There is this statement that says after your bariatric surgery, within 1 week, you cannot eat solid foods. I started eating solid foods, I think, after the 3rd day onwards, small amounts, and within a week, I was eating solid foods like fish and chicken, which I don't recommend. So be very careful about that. I even ate bread. I even ate Indian naan. I ate chicken. I was pushing my body to see what all could go in, but obviously after some time, when I thought I was Superman, my body kind of reminded me, excuse me, hello, you can't eat this food. So enough and more pain. I'm still actually in a little bit more of pain. I'm waiting for my system to clean. Today I'll be having mostly just coconut water, juice, soup, clear soup, nothing oily, and I just want to make sure that my system cleans itself out. So yeah, before I used to love eating prawns and thick food that my wife used to cook. Now I enjoy eating more of oranges. I enjoy eating more of rock melon, watermelon. I like eating the soft foods which kind of get absorbed a little easier. I don't want to eat anything hard which will cause me crazy ass pain. So yeah, this is with regards to bariatric surgery. A special thanks to Silverline. Special thanks to Dr. Tom Babu, Dr. Nandakumar. I can't remember the second part of his name. He's an award-winning bariatric surgeon. And also Dr. Vivekananda from Silverline Kochi. So if you need details of that hospital, let me know. So yeah, this has been the update on my bariatric surgery after 2 weeks, losing 10 kilos. Any questions, let me know. Love to hear from you. I'm Machedo saying goodbye for now. Take care.